I swear, the girls stay upset with Ronaldo. So the last couple of days, I've been seeing on Twitter, my main point of reference for most of this stuff, because I don't really go on a lot of other social media. But I've been seeing people talk about this Piers Morgan interview that Ronaldo did, in which he stated that the way he proposed to Georgina, his longtime girlfriend, was very unromantic. It just sort of a spur of the moment. Their girls came in to, hey, you need to propose to mom, and he did it. Now, he says he was in the midst of doing it. I would encourage anybody to watch the Piers Morgan interview, because I feel like there's some clips that haven't been shown on Twitter and elsewhere that I saw in the actual fuller, longer clips of the interview. And he says that he's never been a romantic type of guy, but he loves and cares for her very much. She's his kind of woman. Like, very, very complimentary things he says. Now, let me first say this. I am not trying to bolster the reputation of Ronaldo. I don't even know it all. I saw some people saying things like he had been charged with some sexual assaults, all kind of stuff I saw. I didn't even dig any further because I don't want to even go there. I don't want to get that involved in what's happening here. I just want to talk about this proposal that people are talking about, because I only saw a few people mentioning that, and that's my focus. Now, if somebody wants to point me in the direction of, some other things, I'm certainly open to seeing it. But for this quick post, I'm only talking about this proposal and his relationship with Georgina. And something that I'm so surprised I haven't seen a lot of people mentioning. So people, mainly women, of course, in an uproar about the fact that they had been together so long. He did an interview some months before their proposal in which he said that he was not going to propose until he felt the click. Everybody went crazy about that. I don't know why he said those words, but it was like rage bait like no other. I mean, it pissed me off. Like, what do you mean the click? What is that? But he said he just couldn't see himself proposing until he felt the click, even though they have all these kids together, they have, businesses and things together, property and whatnot. They build a life together. And even back then, when the whole click thing happened, I didn't say much. I thought it didn't sound good to me. But I still kind of, in the back of my mind, I said to myself, he feels that way because he's an Aquarius. And let me say this, because when I do any other video going forward that has any touch point of astrology, I need for anybody who tunes in here to understand this. I don't consider myself an astrologer. I have no desire to become an astrologer. I have great respect for it as a science, as a mechanism for making good decisions and having insight and wisdom. I have a lovely astrologer who I call on when I need support in certain areas, and she's marvelous. Maybe sometime in the future, I don't even know this, maybe I could have her on here to kind of give her expert opinion about stuff. But I just want to say that I'm talking about this stuff only from my own perspectives of having Aquariuses in my own life, and also as someone who has an ascendant in Aquarius. My brother is an Aquarius, to give you a case in point, and I have many other Aquariuses around me. It's crazy. So I'm only speaking from that place, and what I've learned about how Aquariuses approach things, and pretty much that's it. Like, I'm not, trying to do a whole thing. I just want to talk about something that I don't know why nobody has really touched on when it comes to this relationship. And it's that both Ronaldo and Georgina are both Aquariuses. That's the first thing. So people are really in an uproar that he should have done this and he should have done it this way and he should have did it then and all this other stuff. But they're both Aquariuses. His birthday is February 5th and hers is January 27th. And to be honest, they probably just get one another. They probably do. I mean, I'm sure she, as most women, would probably want to have a man make that commitment. But as an Aquarius herself, honestly, this probably all has been working very well for her as well. And I think that's what people haven't really stopped to think about. I did a quick search, in fact, before I even started recording here, I was like, surely I'm not the only one who's really thought about this. And I'm sure I'm not, but I just didn't find any ready conversations about it. It was like, why are people not talking about this? They're both Aquarius. She don't give a damn. I'm sure she was, wanting to make sure he was, within reach, but they obviously have been building a life together. I mean, they have children. They had one of their babies, I think, passed, and they had that experience, I think, in 2022. And so I'm sure that was tough for them. But honestly, as two Aquariuses, this has probably been working just fine for them. Apparently, she's also very private and she doesn't want a big wedding, according to him. Now, I don't know, but apparently that's what she said. And apparently she's expressed that. They met in 2016 while she was working at the Gucci store. And people are like, oh, she gave up her life. Come on now. She was working in a Gucci store. This man has afforded her exposure to all this luxury and all these other businesses she's been able to spawn from being attached to him. Like, we cannot deny that she is not in a better place financially. Not to suggest that the being in the limelight has been tough and being exposed to the danger, because let's be honest, there's danger in being with somebody this high profile, especially they're both, I think she's from Argentina and he is, God, I can't think of where he's from. But they're both from areas that, could have a little friction when somebody has a lot of money like that. And so she talks about that there's been a lot of strain when it comes to just being with somebody so public. And I'm sure that they have had to work through some stuff. There's people who think that Ronaldo is actually gay. I've seen that. And again, to be honest, if he is, she's an Aquarius, she might not be so upset about that either. And that's what people just need to realize. Like, different relationship dynamics work for different people. And these two people are patently unique. Like an Aquarius is usually symbolized by a unique persona. That's just what we think of it. So they're both together, even the ring. Like, I'll be honest, I've found myself being in the very few people, and I know, again, I'm not the only person, but I don't hate the ring. Like, I think that it's not something that is practical for everyday wear. Of course not. Just talking more about the safety aspect of it. But I think that if you look at it as more just a piece of jewelry and not necessarily a ring, I think you can see the beauty in it. Like, he said that she wanted a nice stone. And which I'll be honest, if I was her, I would want a nice stone, something to be easy to sell when things go bad or something. You know what I mean? You can easily get rid of that. But he said that she wanted a nice stone. Apparently the ring is estimated to be about 35 to 40 carats, worth about $5 million. That's not something you're gonna wear every day. But to demonstrate, to propose and to say, will you be mine? Yeah, you might give your woman a big ring like that. And then there's another ring that she wears from day to day. Like, that ring is too big to wear day to day. Let's just be honest. It just is. It's too big to wear every day. I don't know if that's what she plans to do. They certainly have enough money for her to have armed guards with her every step of the way of every single day for the rest of her life if they want. But I got a feeling that's not her everyday ring. I could be wrong. That's what I think. But yeah, I just think that what they have works for them. And I think that people gotta calm the frustration, calm the confusion, and just let these people live. Let these people live, because they're gonna do what they wanna do. And honestly, I know some people don't care about material things. I like comfort, but I certainly am not driven only by that. There's lots of men that I've dated or met that have a lot of money who I don't even proceed with because they have very poor character. They have very bad tempers or whatever that is. I don't want to deal with it. And so I totally get that when somebody says the materialism is not the ultimate thing for them. But material security, financial security, and stability, come on. Like, she's in a place right now where she never has to even ever be concerned about that. Ever. Ever. So if he's treating her well aside from that, what's the problem? What is the problem? If they have this detached thing about them and they both are good with it, that's up to them. I think that it's just about the individual, but I feel like for Ronaldo, he is a very big public figure. You know, let's be honest, the Aquarius is also notorious for having a God complex. So he probably thinks he doesn't need to do that. You know, he's demonstrating that he cares for her by being in her world, by staying around. You know, he doesn't need to bring flowers to demonstrate that he's there. And maybe in her way, he's right. So I feel like let's just, let these people live their life. Let these people live their life. I feel like what they have going works for them. And if two people who are generally more detached, but still, very present and loving to one another, this is how they want to move, that's up to them. That's up to them. Don't worry your nerve. There's plenty of other people out here in Hollywood and Celebrityville that we could turn our attention to, like Britney Spears. I've been trying not to go there on here. I feel like I'm talking more and more about relationships, which is not what I really wanted to start doing, but I feel like people always tune into these. It's crazy. But I wanted to talk about this because I feel like people just need to relax. Like, it's not that deep. Let these people be. I got a feeling what they got going on is perfect for them. Absolutely perfect. Let's turn our attention to those other folks who really need our support, who really need our energy. Because trust me, they need it more than these two. Peace.